Hey guys, and welcome to part 13 of the Brit Champ Championship. We're taking the Brit Lewis Hamilton to the top of the Drivers' Championship, and our British teammate, obviously Jenson Button, with our British team McLaren to the top of the Constructors' Championship. Now we can see we got the results in Q1 here, and we came 8th behind Nico Rosberg, well, sandwiched between the two Mercedes actually, Rosberg and Schumacher. And that lap time was set on the prime tyres, but we just bung in any lap just to get through. So as you can see, we got a massive improvement in pace in Q2 because we actually tried to set a decent lap that time and came 3rd. And then Q3, we go, I think, a couple of tenths quicker than our Q2 lap, and that gets us 2nd place on the grid behind our championship rival Sebastian Vettel. So now skipping on to the race, well, in the garage before the race, as you can see, we got a 27% chance of rain here at Spa. Now, there's been lots of races this season where there's been a chance of rain, but it's never come. And I'm telling you, if there's one track that's likely to rain, it's Spa. Because obviously Spa's always wet. Like, pretty much always. Anyway, as you can see, we've got the race strategy. Ping on lap 6 for the option tyres. But we're going to go out onto the track. We're on Spa, which is a legendary track in F1. And hopefully, if that 27% chance of rain comes true, we could have an absolutely brilliant race. Yeah, so one thing I did forget to mention is actually that our teammate Jenson Button had a dismal qualifying all the way down in 9th. But the lights are coming on and it's a go. And we put the engine up into the fast setting as always to try and jump Vettel off the start. And we're going to go around the inside of La Source, except we've run wide without broken ourselves, and Vettel hasn't got past us actually. I don't know, he's dropped down. Vettel has dropped down several places now. This is key for the Drivers' Championship. And we got Vettel's teammate Webber right behind us, and he's going to get us through Eau Rouge. And no, he hasn't. We've actually pulled away from him during Eau Rouge. And Michael Schumacher's in 3rd. He's doing well for himself this race, considering he's in a Mercedes, which wasn't that good during the 2010 season. And now we're coming to the end of the lap, and Button, as you saw there, dropped from 9th to 14th. So he is having an appalling race, and you know, this isn't going to bode well for the Constructors' Championship if he's currently not even in the points position, which is amazing for McLaren to be so low down, even during the 2010 season. And as you can see, Vettel's up into 4th now. He's got past Massa. Well, Massa's just gone to the pits, and now Vettel's got past Schumacher. He's into 3rd actually, which is actually, no, hang on, my mistake. Webber went to the pits, so now Vettel's actually in 2nd. He is right behind us. But it is interesting for Webber to come to the pits on the 2nd lap. I just doubt his option tyres are worn that much, but I'm guessing he's leaving the optimum strategy to Vettel, so that means Vettel will be pitting in this lap, which, if we can tell by the track map, yeah, he has. We can see his little dot has stopped in the pit lane. And that's going to allow some other cars past. I think that's Petrov now who's into 2nd. But obviously we're on the prime tyres, so we aren't going to stop until lap 6. And despite being the slower tyres, we've actually pulled out quite a way to the other cars on the field. And now coming on to the start of lap 5, what is interesting is how Button is down into 20th. Now I have no idea what he's done, but this is absolutely appalling. I think he must have just had a dreadful start, got caught up in La Source, and then just maybe pitted on the 2nd lap like Webber did. Although in fairness, that has seemed to work out for Webber because he's in 2nd, and now Vettel was rejoined in 3rd with Liuzzi in 4th. And now we're going to cut on to the start of lap 6. I know this is just seeming like a lap by lap guide, but I want to update you on Button's position because he's now into 16th, which is still terrible. I really don't know what's happened. If this game, if I was allowed to watch a replay from Button's perspective, I would see what happened. But obviously, this game doesn't allow that, so I have no idea why he's in 16th. But anyway, the big news is that Vettel has actually got past Webber and got into 2nd, because seemingly Webber's dropping down the order, and I think that's because he's done another pit stop, because he pitted so early that he couldn't make his tyre stretch the remaining lap, so he's got to pit in again. And that isn't the first time actually we've seen the AI do that this season, but it is kind of one of the few important times it's happened. And now we're coming into the pits, unfortunately not for the intermediate or wet tyres because it hasn't rained. So that 27% chance of rain hasn't actually come into force yet. So we had a 4.7 second stop for the option tyres, and we're going to rejoin quite a way ahead of Vettel actually. Well, he hasn't even got to La Source yet, so we must be about 7 seconds ahead of Vettel, I'd hazard to guess that. And now we're going to come up to the bus stop chicane again. I know this is really becoming like a lap by lap guide, but obviously when I'm trying to go through the constructors title as well, it's kind of important to find out where Button is. And speaking of which, he is down into 22nd. Now this is, you know, just another word, it's just absolutely atrocious from Button. I just don't know how you can be so far down the order in the McLaren. But anyway, ignoring Button aside, we've actually had a decent race, so hopefully we can claw back some points for McLaren and the constructors, although we are going to lose out to, obviously, with Vettel in second and Webber in fourth, we are going to lose out in the constructors. But the more important thing is the Drivers' Championship, and we're going to win in Spa for the full 25 points.
Absolutely brilliant, mate. Really, really well done, mate. Well done.
So as you can see there, we got first place with Vettel 4 seconds behind us, and Webber quite a way behind. And I think that's because he pitted twice or something. I don't really know what happened to him. But I mean, there's lots of weird results. Obviously, Degrassi in 10th for the Virgin. We got Massa in 18th, Button in 19th, Rosberg in 17th, Schumacher in 15th. He was running third at one point, so lots of weird positions here. And with Chandok in the HRT miles behind everyone else. Now, as you'll notice, we won that trophy a second ago, clean license, and that's complete a race without incident. And I never actually won that before. I hardly ever played the game before as career mode, so it shows we actually had a clean race this time. And now the Drivers' Championship, we are 32 points behind Vettel. I'm just doing it off the top of my head. With the two drivers not scoring points are the two HRT drivers, everyone else has scored a point. Constructors' Championship isn't looking that promising, with us being about 29 points behind Red Bull. So anyway, if you like this video, like it, and I'll see you next time for the Monza, or the Italian Grand Prix in Monza.